Hi, welcome to another episode of Mom Does It All. I'm Marta Spurk, your host, triplet mom, health coach, and all things motivation extraordinaire. Today I want to chat with you about mom body shaming, and that goes both ways. Moms that body shame other moms and other ladies, and also moms that body shame themselves. I'm going to be sharing a very unpleasant experience that I went through recently with another mom body shaming me. And I also want to talk about some of my top tips for being healthier and getting a hold of your nutrition, because that has helped me with my self-esteem as well. This episode is brought to you by my delicious superfoods Shakeology. I've been taking it every day for the last 2 years, and it's the one thing that helps me with cravings, digestion, and just makes me feel so good. And it tastes so good. Check it out on my shop and message me for a 25% discount. As I've mentioned before, I've struggled with my body and my weight pretty much my entire life. And that's something that I've carried with me, and I still kind of do, even though I feel like motherhood and my whole fitness journey and being a coach have helped me with this. But I remember being young and being called names by kids in school, being made fun of even by family members. I remember once when we finally had a swimming pool in our house, someone in my family said jokingly that when I jumped in the pool, all the water would go away. And I cried that day, and I cried many times when people have called me fat and chubby. And so when I decided I was going to, lose weight and get healthier to get pregnant, I was kind of looking at it as like my last hurrah to be fit, to be healthy. I was going to lose that weight to get pregnant because I was having trouble, and I was going to make sure to be active during pregnancy and then lose all the weight once the baby came. But then I had triplets, and I ended up, gaining more weight than I would have with one baby. I wasn't able to be active because it's a high-risk pregnancy, and it was tough accepting that my body would go through other changes that I wasn't, wanting. It was kind of a little bit of a grief process there. And I've been wanting to share more details about this, especially because something very unpleasant happened to me recently, and I wasn't sure if I was going to share publicly. I did tell very close people in my life about this. And then I thought, maybe I'll talk about this when we do have an episode about making friends and how hard it is for moms to make a deeper connection with other moms past play dates. It's kind of like, kids are around. It's kind of a superficial connection there. And I have an amazing episode in store for you guys with a sweet mom. Her name is Kate Guerrero, and she focuses her whole business on that, on creating a community, on crafting a community, actually. But next week, I'm actually going to be launching an episode with a natural foods chef, Amy Vig, and she's going to be talking about nutrition and healthy choices, easy cheat meals for moms that are busy and don't have time but want to have a healthy lifestyle. So I thought, maybe before I launch that episode, I will talk about this unpleasant experience, talk about my own insecurities and body image issues, and also share what has worked for me in terms of nutrition. Because I have struggled so much with this my whole life, I have found a balance right now. And so what are my tips? But let me go ahead and tell you about this unpleasant experience. If you're my friend on Facebook, maybe you have watched my live video on that or my recent post on that. So basically what happened was a mom that I considered, a friend. We weren't super close, but someone that, I was comfortable talking to and going to play dates with. She posted a picture of me in a bikini, and she smoothed out my stomach. And when I saw that, I wasn't sure, I was super taken aback, but I had the original picture. So I decided to put the two pictures together side by side on my phone. And then it was clear that she had done something to the picture. And I was super sad, super mad, confused, really. I had no idea why someone would do that for Facebook. It's not like it was a freaking magazine cover, and not say anything. If you're embarrassed of my body, then don't post the picture. But if you feel sorry and bad for me, why would you make that change without asking me if I wanted to? It's just like the most awkward situation. I don't even know still what to think. And thankfully, the amazing people in my life who I shared this with told me, hey, this is about her. It's not about you. She clearly has issues. I mean, doesn't she see everything that you post on social media? You're constantly making videos and taking pictures of you, in a bikini and sports bras. And I'm not saying every mom has to do this. I just do it because I've become comfortable with it, and I know it encourages other moms. So it's for me, and it's to help other moms. And I've decided to do that, and I'm comfortable with that. And I was like, yeah, she knows what I do. That's why it was even more confusing. And I cried. I was very upset, and I didn't know what to think for a while there. But I decided I wasn't going to confront her. I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to distance myself because, especially in this moment in my life, I've been noticing who I want to have around me, who is going to add to my life. Because, you have stress enough as a mom. And I've been talking about this a lot. We have enough mom guilt to begin with. And then when someone comes and judges and criticizes you for parenting and the way you're treating your kids and the way you're raising them, it adds to the stress. And the same goes for body image. Most moms are insecure about their bodies. And then when you have someone, especially another mom who should know what it feels like to have someone, body shame you like that, I don't even understand why someone would do that. But that's all right, to each his own, and I will stick to the people that I trust and that I love, and I would rather. And then I decided, instead of confronting them, recently I had this epiphany. I'll just share it. I don't care if she sees it or not, or if other people realize who I'm talking about. I'm just going to share it and say, hey, I don't understand why you did this, but whatever, I'm over it. I just want to bring awareness and let other moms know that we don't need this kind of stuff. We have to support each other and be there for each other because we're all struggling somehow. That's what I have noticed. And I think that motherhood, in a sense, really pushes you to the extreme one way or another. You're either going to become extremely judgmental and think you're the best mom in the world. Really not really think that, but tell yourself that and then say that the others are doing something wrong. Or you're going to go to the extreme opposite and be like, none of us know what we're doing and we're just doing our best. We love our kids and, trying to improve daily and trying to, live a healthy, happy life. That's where I'm at. And I want friends that are there as well, not the other way around. So I just wanted to share this to encourage other moms to say, if you're feeling insecure about your body, I have a community of very supportive women that, encourage each other and are not going to bring each other down like this. So I encourage you to join us and we can continue on with this conversation in there. But back to my nutrition issues and what has helped me so far. So basically, I grew up eating lots of sugar, and my parents did try instilling healthy habits. We always had salad. We always had vegetables. The staples in Brazil are rice and beans. It's kind of similar to Mexican food, but not spicy. Like, the seasoning is different, but rice and beans are the base pretty much. And, we had healthy foods at home, but I was just addicted to sugar. I've always wanted to eat all the time. And it was something that I brought through teenage years and adult life. pretty much taking out my frustrations with sugar, with carbs, and I tried all kinds of diets. I tried the low-carb diet. I remember my sister did the Atkins diet for a while, and I kind of tried that. I tried doing like soup diets and fasting, and I even did the Whole30, which really helped me narrow down kind of like this problem that I have with sugar and understand what it was doing to my body and the science behind it. So that was really, really helpful, but it wasn't something sustainable for me. So to this day, I don't really believe in cutting out food groups for long periods of time. I believe there is a balance. And in this balance, I found a way of controlling my cravings. I still struggle with them. I don't know if they'll ever go away necessarily because it's such an emotional thing. And that's why talking about, body image and this thing that happened to me is so important to connect with the nutrition issues that I've had, because it is all very emotional. They're all very interconnected, and anyone who struggles with this knows what I'm talking about. When you are sad, or even when you're happy, you kind of resort to food. It's like food is, there to celebrate or there for you to mourn and grieve. And through the last 2 years, after becoming a health coach, I have been able to identify these moments and talk myself out of them more often than I would have before. And so the very first thing that has helped me in this sense and control this and find some balance, first and foremost, was having a support system. And I'm not even saying family, because my husband hasn't changed his eating habits, but I found other women, other moms to work with and to encourage each other. You have to find people that you trust and that you relate to that are doing the same thing that you are, so that you don't feel alone, so that you can share the struggles, so that you can vent when you mess up, or celebrate with when you have successes. And that's what I have built over the last 2 years with my unstoppable tribe community of moms, mostly moms, that encourage each other and that are trying to live healthier lifestyle. That's the number one thing that I have that has helped me. And so if you're looking for encouragement and support in that area, I highly encourage you to reach out to me and to understand more about what we do, because it really is a support system. And that has helped me continue on with this. It has, created more accountability for me, because that's what I lacked. And it's just made life more fun having someone to share these things with. So that's number one. You have to have support, because we can't do this alone. Number two is, if you don't enjoy cooking, or if you're not good at it, like me, you have to find easy recipes that will, throw everything together, and it's just going to be easy, and it's just going to be quick. But following a plan. And that's where I think most women make mistakes, most moms err, is that, we just, and I've done this before, you just look stuff online, you're like, okay, I'm going to do this diet now, and then you create your meals, and then it, you might lose a little bit of weight, and then as soon as you're done with that, because most diets are not sustainable, you gain all the way back, if not right then, in a while. What I have been doing has helped me not only lose weight, it has helped me keep the weight off for over 2 years now. And I know this works because it's not only me. There are many other moms that have gone through the same path as I have, and they just love it, and they're so happy that something finally worked. And I have done this by following a portion control system that lets you eat all food groups. It lets you eat treats as well, but because it's portion control, it gives you an idea of, okay, you can eat this chocolate, you can eat this brownie today, but you have to keep in mind of the other things that you're eating today, and you have to keep in mind what you're going to be eating tomorrow and things like that. So having a plan, okay? If you don't have a plan, there's a saying that says, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And it's so true. If you're just, following stuff off your head, you're probably not going to have the same results as if you follow a plan that was made by a professional nutritionist, someone that is in the field. And that's another thing that we work with in our groups, in our support community. We follow portion control. And it's so easy. It looks complicated, but once you get the hang of it, it's so easy. And then you don't even have to use containers or anything. You can just, eyeball it, look at your plate, and know what the ratios are, which is freedom, right? You don't want to have to limit yourself. And that's what I wanted, because when you think about losing weight, you think, dang it, I'm not going to be able to eat anything and life's going to be miserable. And that's not how it is at all. You get to eat lots of delicious things, and you learn too that if you fill yourself up with veggies, you're not going to crave as much carbs, but you do need carbs for energy and all that good stuff. So if you want more information, reach out to me and I'll be sure to let you know how it all works out. And the very third thing that has helped me in this journey is improving my digestion. I know lots of women struggle with constipation, struggle with regularity, and I was no different, especially after pregnancy. And I didn't think I needed anything, but even when I started going to a nutritionist in Brazil, she recommended supplements. She made it very clear, and she herself, if you look at her, I need to share pictures of my nutritionist back in Brazil because she is just amazing. She is super beautiful, and she takes lots of supplements because she knows that we can't get all the nutrients that we need from food. We're always going to be lacking something, and that's what supplements are for. And so I did start taking probiotics with her, but it wasn't until I moved back to the US that I started taking my superfoods shake, Shakeology, that has probiotics, that has prebiotics and digestive enzymes, and they have made me the most regular person in the world, literally, never before, clockwork. And this helps you, not feel bloated. It gets rid of all of the inflammation and all of that. It cleans you up. It makes you feel amazing. My skin is great. My nails have never been healthier. My hair grows so fast. And it's all because I've added this supplement to a healthy lifestyle. And I noticed that when I'm not eating very healthy and I'm still drinking my shake, I'm still, keeping regularity. Not as good as when I'm eating my vegetables because everything is interconnected. So that's one thing people think, oh, it's going to be this miracle thing that you're going to take. And it's not. It's not a miracle thing. But it tastes amazing. And I'd love for you to try it with me. But yeah, just remember, nothing is a magic pill. There is no such thing. For weight loss, for relationships, for parenting, you just have to grind, you just have to learn, you just have to grow and change, and that's the bottom line of it. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. I hope you got some encouragement out of this, Mom. I really wanted to bring awareness so that not only do we not body shame ourselves, but have other moms do it and create this shame for us. It's just not fair and it's not right? And also, I hope my tips for getting healthier and finding that balance with your nutrition were also helpful. If you want more information, you can reach out to me or just look for my Unstoppable Fit Fam group. I will post a link in the details as well. Request to join and we can chat a little bit more. And as always, if you haven't, please leave a quick review here on iTunes. I'll be so grateful. I'll chat with you guys next week. Bye.